Although I haven't really read that many new novels recently, something that I've been doing is, I guess, rereading Reverend Insanity just for nostalgia and to re-experience what it's like to read Reverend Insanity for the first time. And that sounds so obnoxious, but please just bear with me, because after rereading the first few 20 chapters, I've kind of understood Fang Yuan's character a bit better. Because reading Reverend Insanity or hearing about Reverend Insanity, something that most people, I guess, believe is that Fang Yuan is just always a heartless, scheming, and cold character. However, I feel like this wasn't always the case, because of course when he first started in his first life, he wasn't always this cold. However, I feel like Fang Yuan was also not really always that cold in his second life, because if you will flip to chapter 18 of Reverend Insanity, if you go to chapter 18 of Reverend Insanity, when Feng Yuan's little brother confronts him about what he did to Shen Kui, Feng Yuan actually gets very emotional in this scene, and he, I guess, starts doing things or saying things that are usually just uncharacteristic of him, like losing his cool and just acting on his emotion in response to how his brother talks to him and accuses Feng Yuan of mistreating or abusing Shen Kui. Feng Yuan just lashes out at Feng Zheng and says, "Useless bastard! What kind of tone are you using to talk to your own older brother? That Shen Kui is just a servant. Just because of a lowly girl like her, you would forget that I am your older brother." Feng Yuan goes on to further reprimand Feng Zheng by bringing up, I guess, incidents or past experiences or moments in their lives where Feng Yuan has gone out of his way to be nice to his younger brother, which is something that is really uncharacteristic of Feng Yuan, not only because he cares about or is doing something that suggests that he cares about how his brother views him, because he's bringing these things up to show to Feng Zheng that Feng Yuan, like him, he's not a mean or abusive older brother that abuses him, but rather quite the opposite. And another factor that makes this reaction from Feng Yuan uncharacteristic is that it's not really necessary for him to say all of these things. He could have just said, "It's untrue, whatever, it's not true, I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark." But the thing is, Feng Yuan loses his cool and says all these things, and furthermore, he also slaps his younger brother. And the brilliance, I guess, of this scene is that we aren't really told what Feng Yuan is thinking in his head, like many other scenes, which adds to the mystique of this scene, because we don't really know what Feng Yuan is thinking, whether or not if he actually loses his cool and is acting out of impulse, or if this is all a calculative plan for him to dupe his brother into buying Shen Kui from him, even though he doesn't own her and it's their uncle's servant girl. But yeah, that's just, I guess, what I wanted to really quickly talk about, because contrary to what other people think about Feng Yuan, I guess I've just after rereading the novel, I've found something that suggests that Feng Yuan isn't really as what other people believe him to be, and that he actually kind of started out kind of caring about familial ties, and this chapter and this particular incident might have been what just pushed him off the edge to finally cut his ties with his brother, his blood brother, whatever that means to him, since he's not really the actual Feng Yuan, but a transmigrator, isekai person, or what you will have it. But yeah, that's about it.